Hey everyone, super excited to be on here today. I am going to talk about how to boost your energy now. Some of the things that I'm currently doing in my life, a couple full circle moments, can't wait to share. Getting ready to write an actual book on self-healing, not just my story, and I'm going to share my story in the description on this video and in our self-healing group. But I'm really, really grateful, excited to be here. I'm actually going to share the screen here in just a second because I wanted to talk about how in the world can you boost your energy naturally now, today, like in the next few minutes. So I'm just going to share some of the practices that I'm currently doing on a daily basis to set the tone for an absolutely amazing day, right? That's really my goal is to set the tone for an absolutely amazing day. So, what I have crafted here are 9 self-love practices. There are many more. I call them self-love. You can call them self-care. You can call them whatever you want. But ultimately, what we're doing is we are creating this way to boost your energy now. So when I wake up in the morning, I put my hands in the air, or sometimes I do it in my bed, but I say, Thank you, God, for another beautiful day in your amazing universe. Now you can do that outside, facing the sun, whatever it is for you. But the point is not necessarily for you to be prayerful or I am certainly a believer in what I believe, but whatever it is for you, pray to God, to source, to universe, whatever it means to you. But the point of starting your day off that way is that gratitude is the love of now. So if you can be grateful and you can love the present, because that's the only time that exists. Now is the only time that exists. And if you really wanted to get a good book about the power of now, be sure to check out Eckhart Tolle. The second one is sun gazing. Obviously, you all know not to stare at the sun because it's bad for your eyes. Look toward the sun, pick a point in the distance where the sun is really washing over your eyes and your face. The sun is incredibly beneficial element for your health, your wealth, your abundance, your joy, your gratitude. It's all encompassing. And sometimes we get so distracted in the material world that we don't even realize it. So, sun gaze by looking off into the distance, and sun is so good for your eyes, your brain, and everything. And then grounding. One of the things that you want to do is get back to your natural state. Your natural state and place is out in nature. You want to put your feet in the grass, maybe roll in the grass. As strange as this is going to sound, hugging a tree is incredibly beneficial for your health. Kind of crazy, right? Well, here's another benefit for your health. It's called a self hug. If you literally rub your arms up and down, I promise you, your arms will begin to tingle because oxytocin is being released into your body. So we've got thanking God or being grateful first thing in the morning, sun gazing, and then grounding. And then one of the things that I like to do, and this is very refreshing, it's very good for your skin, it's good for your energy, it's good for a lot of things, but splash cold water on your face and your head and then rub the side of your face right in here. But just put cold water on your face and your head, or finish a regular shower with an hour of cold water, an hour with 1 minute of cold water, or as much as you could take. And then I also look in the mirror and I say, I love you, 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 I love you. And I believe that was 10, but I didn't count. But the point is that we are so busy looking at our phones and doing life and all those things that happen in our existence is that we don't ever see ourselves. When you're in the mirror, you're normally brushing your teeth. Ladies, you're putting on your makeup. Gentlemen, you're shaving your face, but you don't actually see yourself. I'm actually saying take a moment to love yourself in the moment and just literally look at you, look at yourself and say, I love you. Because without you, you're nothing, right? So, and then the next thing is I have a notepad here. I'm actually going to bring one out, but I write three things that I'm grateful for. So, I'm going to go back here and just pick a day. April 8th. I am grateful for my joy and awareness. I am grateful for Dr. Joe Vitale and this amazing role to change lives. I'm grateful for the amazing people who come into my life every day. And then I write three intentions for the day, plans on how you'll serve or how you'll be in flow or energy with who you are and what you do. How, you want whatever it is you do, if you can do it with inspired, consistent, persistent, inspired action with passion, everything you do will be more enjoyable. If you wake up in the morning and you're not grateful and you're complaining about your job or traffic or whatever, your day's going to unfold in probably not the ideal way. And then here are the three intentions. Actually, I don't even think I wrote three that day. I'm going to pick a different day. Um, I said, I intend to provide my best efforts to change lives every day, especially when it comes to wellness, because I've healed myself. I intend to deliver my best gifts daily. I've been blessed with communication skills, with a kind heart, and a creative mind, and definitely a few other gifts. I intend to step into higher dimensions. So that was just something I wrote on April 6th. And that's because we are in unlimited interdimensional beings having a human or a material experience. And most of us are trapped and locked into the 3D programming, and we don't tap into the powers that we have within our own selves. But moving on to that, visualize. So this is right along the lines with what I was talking about, is that visualize your perfect day, how smoothly conversations flow and joy and laughter and engagement. Just visualize every part of your day just going exactly the way you have it planned. And then feel it real. Many of you have probably heard about Neville Goddard. And one of the things that he talks about is feel it real. And what that simply means is embrace all the feelings of joy, gratitude, abundance, wealth, health, and strong relationships. Just imagine it, visualize it, and just have all the feelings. How good would that feel if every aspect of your life was in complete synchronicity? So these are some of the daily self-love practices that I have. I also put down at the bottom if you want to email me for more great ways to enjoy your journey. Email tom.b@joevitalecoaching.com. For those of you who don't know who Joe Vitale is, I'm going to share something with you really quickly, screen share something with you really quickly. But this man was part of a movie that I watched that absolutely, completely changed the trajectory of my life. And I believe that certainly brought me to this moment in time where at 59 years of age, I'm 165 pounds, I'm lean, I have muscle, I feel fantastic. I'm probably 4 to 6 weeks away from having six-pack abs, and I've been working on my physical health for about 14 years. I've been medication free for 14 years. I stopped walking with a cane after my MS diagnosis in 2004. I walked with a cane from 2009 to 2015, and I no longer walk with a cane. So I have to say that I'm living right now a reality that most people would love to have, meaning I've had a full circle moment and I'm back in, I don't know, I guess the driver's seat of my life. And so, what I wanted to share with you is that Dr. Joe Vitale is a spiritual leader and a best-selling author. He's written over 90 books, and he's the star of The Secret movie, also a book written by Rhonda Byrne. And he's been transforming lives worldwide for the past 30 years. So from that time when I watched The Secret and saw Dr. Joe talk about you taking full responsibility for everything that you think, say, feel, and do on a daily basis, if you can take full responsibility for all of those things, it will change the way you see your life. And he talks a lot about limiting beliefs, but one of the things that he says in the movie, he's like, "Oh, I didn't attract that car accident, and I didn't attract that job loss, or I didn't attract that divorce." And he looks right in the camera and he says, "I'm here to get into your face." He's like, "You absolutely did attract all of those things into your experience." And one of the things that I wanted to talk about when it comes to dis-ease, dis-ease by definition is not at ease. When you're in dis-ease or you have a chronic condition or something is manifested in the body temple, you're out of alignment with mind, body, and soul. Now, whether you want to believe that or you can wrap your hands around that, you are literally out of alignment. It is dis-ease is your body's, it's God's warning signal to you that you need to get back to zero. You need to get back to wellness and health. So, again, one of the things that I'm sharing this with you, if you see on my screen, and I'm talking about Dr. Joe Vitale, I am a self healer and a zero limits living advisor, and I currently work on the Dr. Joe Vitale team, showing individuals how they can clear out limiting beliefs so they can enjoy a more joyful, grateful, abundant, and healthy life. So I'm super excited about the fact that I've made this full circle moment. I can remember get a friend of mine that I worked in the real estate office with. She gave me a copy of The Secret, yes, DVD. So I had the DVD and I was able to watch that, and I was so uh, excited about it. And the law of attraction is great. And basically it says where focus goes, energy flows. So if you focus on those things that you want in life, energy will flow toward that. And the results can start to manifest. But he even said it. Jack Canfield is the one who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, and Joe had quoted this in a movie I was watching. Dr. Joe quoted this in a movie I was watching the other day. He said, um, right in attraction, law of attraction, there's the word action. Okay. So you can visualize, you can and dream and be in alignment with those things that you want, but you kind of have to get off your butt to take some action toward those. And that's why I talked about consistent, persistent, inspired action. Anything that you do, if you're not doing it with excitement and joy, go do something else. If you literally cannot stand what you do 40 hours a week, you can shift that as well. Is you want to focus on the relationships you have. What part of the job experience brings you joy? I've been saying this for probably about 15 years, is it's easier to move your feet if you love where they're planted currently. It's easier to move your feet if you love where they're planted currently. But if you're in a complete negative experience, negative job, you really hate the rush hour traffic, and this is all inside of you, it's very hard for you to come out of you with inspired action to do something else, right? So, anyway, I just wanted to let you know that if you would like to connect with me, I'm going to have the email in the description on this video. I'm going to put it on YouTube. And I just wanted to thank you for tuning in. But more importantly, One of the reasons that I created this, and I'm going to share the practices again with you. But the reason I wanted to come on here is that these are the things that I do on a daily basis to feel 45 again. And I feel absolutely phenomenal. I'll be 60 years of age in July, and I haven't felt this good in decades. And I am on track to reach one of my big goals, which I joked, it is a serious goal. I have a 4 pack, I want a 6 pack, and it's almost here. So these are some of the daily love self practices that have really reignited my mornings, my days, have put me in a better frame of mind and help boost my energy. But I don't want to deceive you and tell you that these 9 self-love practices are how I've boosted my energy. Just this is a key piece, but the way that I have been able to boost my energy on a daily basis is simply from intermittent fasting. I've been doing intermittent fasting for 3 years. I typically eat between 12 and 6 p.m. every day, and I eat 1 or 2 meals a day. And I've been doing that for 3 years. And my energy level is off the charts for a man my age. Maybe it has nothing to do with my age. It's just because I'm not processing out a ton of processed foods and other things like that. I just feel great all the time. Very little. I have some aches and pains, from aging a little, but I really feel phenomenal most every day, and I just want to be a light on the world and let you know that no matter what your doctor says or your parents say or the programming says, I believe that 100% of human beings have the ability to heal their bodies. Now, does that mean 100% wellness? Does that mean completely eliminating all disease or chronic conditions? No, but the possibility is there. And for me to go from burning sensations, erectile dysfunction, brain fog, muscle spasms, foot drop, so I had to walk with a cane, and all of the symptoms that the doctor told me I would have, I had, and I manifested in my experience, and multiple sclerosis became part of who I was and part of my personality. And yes, I got some more attention for it. And I even remember, my mom coming up and visiting and basically doing everything around the house for me a couple of summers when she came up to Maryland to visit. And I flash back on that and I'm like, you lazy SOB. You just should have gotten off your ass more. And now I do this. And so my exercise routine is very, very basic. I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't done any sit-ups. Six-pack abs are coming from, you probably see those Tai Chi things that are coming up on Instagram and all over social media. But, the arm swings and the dead arm swings and, these kind of exercises, that's what I do. And not only do I do that, I do it outside in the sun where it feels great. So anyway, just wanted to say that I have decided, or I am on a mission to become what Dr. Joe Vitale calls a Sherpa. And what is a Sherpa? A Sherpa, in literal definition, is someone that helps another person climb a mountain. Okay, that's their job. It was coined in Nepal, and that's their job is to help someone climb a mountain. And what I'm doing and what I believe my divine purpose is, is to help other people climb their mountain. And so to put it in simple words, and I'll end with this and maybe a short prayer. My divine purpose on earth is to elevate, motivate, and educate others in my unique way as I help them on their journey. That is why God put me on earth. And I've done many things and I've been distracted, and sometimes we all have shiny penny syndrome. This is exactly where I am supposed to be in my now. And I believe that if you make yourself a priority or you make yourself a top priority, that is selfless. That is not selfish, because the better version of you that exists, the better the whole universe is around you, especially those that know, love, and trust you. So I want to thank you all for stopping in, and I also want to thank, you know, Katie has had a great connection with me. Stephanie has had a great connection with me. I want to thank you both for being here. And then anyone on YouTube, if you want to get in touch with me, it's tom.b@joevitalecoaching.com, and it will be here in the description of the video. And much love to everybody. And thank you so much. Anyway, super cool story. I wanted to add this. Um, Dr. Hu Lin was a psychiatric doctor who therapist, and he was hired to help the patients or in a um, medical mental health facility where all of the patients were criminally insane, restrained, or on meds. Okay.
Okay.
This is where it gets really cool. What he did was he didn't meet with any of these patients one on one. He passed them in the hallway. What he did was he got all of their medical records and or arrest records, and he started going through each of them, and then as he read something he would clear his feelings behind what he read. So let me give an example. Let's say this person was a murderer. He would say, do ho'oponopono and say to the divine, to God, to himself, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And that was how to clear his feelings about that person. So, what he did is he went through each medical record of everyone in that hospital. And within 4 years, they were all discharged as healthy or well, because his perceptions around their behavior kept them locked in restraints and medications. So, as we all know, the Polynesians and the Hawaiians, they have a much different culture, a very loving and grateful culture. And that's what I was talking about before, is about being in flow, is that gratitude and love is everything.
Yeah.
Everything comes from there. So, if there's anything you want to add, I am probably going to be on here for another 5 minutes, possibly, if you want to chat a little bit. But this was a great presentation of my energy today. I enjoyed it.
It's beautiful.
So,
Cool. Who's Stephanie? She just, uh-oh, where'd she go?
maybe she had to go. I am wrapping up, but she,
Awesome.
yeah, she found me a while ago, and we started talking about self-healing and wellness and intermittent fasting. And she's lost maybe 30, 40 pounds. Some of her numbers that her doctor said has told her, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. So she's getting well. I've talked to one of her friends who has lymphoma a couple of times. Probably gave them the whole bag, so they don't really need me anymore. But one of the things that is coming into my experience now, and that I'm really excited about, is that I'm going to do some sessions, one-on-one and otherwise, where I'm really going to help people focus on mind, body, and soul, and redefine themselves, and be available for people, either one-on-one or a group setting a few times a month. So,
Well, thank you for being here. Appreciate you, and I love the flow. like you said, we take their experiences and we learn something from them and we just keep on going. So
Absolutely.
good
Anyway, well, great to see you, love.
to see you.
I'm gonna hop off here, and I'm gonna send you the daily love practices in Facebook Messenger in a minute.
Yes, would you like me to share it on my page?
Absolutely.
I got you.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Thank you. All
Bye.
right. Bye.
Bye.